All right, today we're headed to one of the most mysterious spots on the planet, Stonehenge. But we're not just going to look at the whole monument from afar. No, we're going to get up close and dive deep inside the stones themselves. Because, believe it or not, there's a secret story in there, a story of two different worlds, one of science and one of spirit.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if a stone could actually speak? For thousands of years, these giant monoliths have just stood there, completely silent, holding on to their secrets. But according to some, one of these stones, the Preseli Bluestone, actually has a story to tell. So what if we could finally listen?
Okay, so first things first, let's ground ourselves in science. Before we can even get to the possibility of magic, we got to understand the rock itself. Every single stone has a geological identity, a history that the Earth wrote over millions of years. And the Preseli Bluestone? Well, it's no different. So scientifically, this thing isn't just called Bluestone. Its proper name is Preseli Dolerite. That tells us it's an igneous rock, which means it was literally born from volcanic fire. And it's packed with these specific minerals, feldspar and augite. That unique recipe is basically its geological fingerprint. It tells us not just what it is, but exactly where it came from. And you can really see what makes this rock so special when you put it up against something more common, like granite. The bluestone is described as dark, heavy, and, this is the really crucial part, it's harder than granite. So this wasn't just some random rock people picked up. Its sheer density and toughness made it incredibly valuable. And we can see just how valuable it was by looking at the archaeology. This stuff wasn't just for show. Its hardness made it perfect for making tools, like axe heads, and we found them scattered all across the British Isles. And then, of course, there's its most famous job, being hauled over 150 miles to become the sacred inner circle of Stonehenge. I mean, what an absolutely epic task that must have been. So you've got geology, tools, this massive construction project. It's a pretty amazing history all on its own. But is that really all there is to it? Well, our source material says nope, not even close. The physical story, the science, that's only half of the picture. There's this whole other story, a much deeper one, layered right on top. And this is where we step out of the lab and into the world of legend and belief. A world where this bluestone is way more than just a rock. In this world, it has a different name, a deeper purpose, and a spiritual power that people say has been echoing through the ages. So in this spiritual tradition, nobody calls it Preseli Dolerite. It's known as the Stone of Universal Unity. And the core idea here is that this stone's entire purpose is to channel compassion, love, and peace, to basically act as a unifier for all things. So how's it supposed to do all that? Well, it's described as this powerful spiritual conduit. It's believed to help you connect with your true inner self, to bridge that huge gap between the past and the present, and even to help with things like connecting with ancestors or exploring other spiritual realms. Really, it's seen as a tool for figuring out who you truly are. And this right here is where those two worlds, science and spirit, really start to collide. Because the source doesn't just describe the stone's supposed properties, it claims to actually channel the stone's voice. It gives us a perspective that's ancient, timeless, and pretty profound. Just listen to this for a second. The stone is talking not as a dead object, but as a living, conscious piece of some infinite energy. It sees itself as a direct, eternal link in this huge chain of existence, connecting everything that ever was, everything that is, and everything that will ever be. And this idea of duality, of holding two opposites at once, is a huge theme. The stone says it embodies the great cycles of life. Night and day, endings and beginnings, birth and rebirth. It represents that constant, steady rhythm of the entire universe. And this voice isn't just speaking in riddles. It's said to offer a real path to healing. It supposedly helps lost souls find their footing. It takes away that deep fear of the unknown, and it can even mend a broken heart by restoring love. The ultimate goal is to bring all of your body's energy into balance, to create this true sense of inner harmony. So, here we are. We're left with two totally different, but somehow overlapping identities for a single piece of rock. The big question is, how on earth do we bring these two worlds together? It's just such a fascinating contrast, isn't it? On one side, you have the hard facts. It's an igneous rock, it's tougher than granite, and it was used to build a wonder of the ancient world. Then, on the other side, you have these intangible beliefs. It's a stone of unity, a healer of hearts, an eternal voice speaking through time. Both stories, science and spirit, are talking about the exact same object. And maybe this is the bridge.
The source suggests that the stone acts as a kind of vessel. Its physical strength and its permanence make it the perfect container for humanity's most powerful yet invisible forces, all of our hopes, our dreams, and our deepest wishes.
And the stone's final message? Well, it's almost like a prophecy. It suggests that, yeah, maybe only a few people can hear its voice right now, but it offers this hope for a future where more and more people can tune in, a future where that unity it talks about actually becomes a reality for all of us. So, what is the secret of the Bluestone? Is it a stunning piece of geology or a vessel of ancient magic? Maybe the real question isn't about which story is true. Maybe it's about why we humans have this deep, lasting need to find meaning, to find spirit, and to find a voice in the silent stones all around us. What do you think?